Hello, sports fans. We are ready for NFL picks for week number 4 in the league where they play. I said in the league where they play. In the league where they play. In the league where they play. For pay! Let's get right to it. NFL Week 4. Let's go to the Thursday night game. Let's go out to Los Angeles where the LA Rams are -7 against the Minnesota Vikings. Rams 3-0 beat the Chargers. Rams look like one of the best teams in football. Their offense is absolutely awesome. Have a couple injuries. Talib and Peters will miss some time, so they got some injuries on defense, but the Rams look awesome right now. They have all the pieces. The Minnesota Vikings, 1-1, lost to Buffalo at home, 27-6. How many people had Minnesota in their knockout pool? What a disgraceful performance by the Vikings, losing to Buffalo 27-6 in their building after Buffalo got smashed the first 2 weeks. Buffalo starting a rookie quarterback. Where is this big, bad Minnesota defense? Minnesota has aspirations of winning a Super Bowl? Are you kidding me? Got embarrassed at home. Ambushed at home. They weren't ready to play. This game was over in the first quarter. The game was 27-0 at the half. Minnesota scored 6 points at home and didn't score to the fourth quarter. Fumbles all over the place. I mean, what a disgrace. Cousins threw the ball, completed 40 passes in this game. 40 passes, and they had 6 points at home against Buffalo, who got destroyed the first 2 weeks. How many rushing yards did Minnesota have in this game? What did they have, 14 yards rushing in this game? What did they rush the ball, like 6 times in this game? Embarrassing, deplorable effort by the Vikings. I was laughing. The Vikings coach, they cut the kicker the week before, and the media was asking him, was it a tough decision to cut the kicker who missed all those kicks against Green Bay? And he goes, no, it wasn't a tough decision. Did you guys watch the game? Well, I watched this game, coach, and I'll tell you what, you have a few more of these, and it'll be an easy decision to let you go. This was embarrassing. The Vikings have hopes for a Super Bowl. That big, bad defense in that shiny new stadium got just destroyed by Buffalo. 6 points at home to the Bills. Embarrassing football. And the schedule makers are not doing the Vikings, doing them any justice here, having them play on Thursday night. So Minnesota plays on Sunday. They got a day to recover. Tuesday, you put your game plan together. On Wednesday, you're flying out to LA. And Thursday, you're in a game against one of the best teams in football. And people love Thursday night football? Give me a break. Thursday night football needs to go. You want to keep the 2 Thanksgiving games, Detroit and Dallas. You can keep them because of tradition and what it means to the cities. I don't need a Thanksgiving night game. I don't need weekly Thursday night games. The players hate it. The coaches hate it. It's not good football. You're making the Vikings go to LA on a short week. I mean, give me a break. Give me a break. What a joke. This is a very bad spot for the Vikings. And I know the Rams have a couple injuries. To me, if I'm playing this game, teaser, move the line down to 1 and take the Rams. You have to think the Rams are going to get through here. They can score a bunch of points. The Vikings were gutless over the weekend. And they don't have much time to recover here. And they got a long trip out to L.A. Oh, that was a disgraceful performance by the Minnesota Vikings. I don't want to hear all the people say they love Thursday night football either. Thursday night football can go. It can go. What, there's not enough football on for you? There's a Thursday night game. They play London games in the morning. You have football all day Sunday. You have a Sunday night game. And then you have a Monday night game. Not to mention all the college football the rest of the week. Monday night football is not special anymore. You know why? Because they have a Sunday night game. All the better games are on Sunday night. The Sunday night game is the better package, and they can flex out of their games. So the Sunday night games are better than the Monday night games. Monday night used to be special. It's not anymore because you got a Sunday night game. And oh, by the way, you know the song for Sunday Night Football, waiting all day for Sunday night? Well, I haven't. I've been watching football all day. And if there's a London game, I've been watching football since the morning. So I don't need football on every day of the week. That's what's so great about football. It's special. It only comes on once a week. There's only 16 games. These Thursday night games are a joke. An absolute joke. The Jets last week. The Jets played on Thursday Night Football. They played 3 games in 11 days with a rookie quarterback. They played on Monday night, Sunday, then Thursday. That's great scheduling. That's great scheduling, NFL. But anyway, I'll take the Rams in a teaser -1. Minnesota, embarrassing over the weekend. All right, pick number 2. Let's go up to New England, where the New England Patriots are -7 against the Miami Dolphins. How about the Dolphins? 3-0, beat Oakland. The Dolphins have a lot of mojo right now. New England, a lot of issues. 1-2, lost to Detroit, did not look good doing it. I mean, they did not look good at all. They have a lot of guys out in New England. Edelman, suspended. Gordon not back yet with his injury. A ton of guys out on defense. New England 1-2, not looking good, but we've been here before with New England. When you think they're done, you look up and they reel off 10 straight wins. You can never count them out. But right now they have a litany of issues. You just wonder when this is going to go the other way for New England, when this is going to catch up to them. We've been here so many times where you thought they were going to have a bad season and they always recover. I think this spread is insane at 7, the way New England played and the way Miami's been playing. This spread is insane. I'm going to move the line to 13 in a teaser, and I'll take the Dolphins and feel great about it. The Dolphins have a lot of camaraderie right now. This is a big game. The Dolphins have a win this game. New England is going to be really behind the division. They're behind like 3 games, and they're going to have the Dolphins are going to have a win in New England. I mean, this is a huge game for New England. And listen, I never count them out. And just when you do count them out, they respond. This spread is high. 7 points the way they've played. And I'll even make it worse. I'll make it 13 in a teaser, and I'll take the Dolphins and love that. New England has a lot of issues. And I'm not saying they can't win the game, and I'm not saying they're not going to respond, and I respect them, and I know their deal. This spread is too high. I like the Dolphins. That's pick number 2. Pick number 3. Let's go to Indianapolis, where the Indianapolis Colts are -1.5 against the Texans. Indianapolis 1-2, lost a tough game to Philadelphia. Indianapolis has been battling, though. They lost a tough game week 1 to Cincinnati, beat Washington on the road, and could have easily beat Philadelphia here. They were driving late. Luck took a sack to end the game. Indianapolis has been battling. I've been impressed the way they've been playing on defense the last couple of weeks. So give Indianapolis credit. I know 1-2 doesn't look great, but they've been battling. The Texans, what is going on with them? 0-3, lost to the Giants in Houston. Nothing going right for the Texans. I mean, what's going on with this defense? Watt, where are you? Clowney, where are you? Watson, he threw for a lot of yards, but he looks shaky. The Texans are an absolute mess. I'll tell you, at 0-3, they're in real trouble. They ever go to 0-4, the season's over. It might be over already, the way they're playing, but you get to 1-3, you can rally. 0-4, you're done. I thought the Texans would be a lot better than this. I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm going to move the line to 7.5 and think the game is at least close. Maybe I'm showing the Texans too much respect. Maybe I'm not showing the Colts enough. If you like the Colts after what you've seen the last few weeks, I can't argue with you. The Texans have not played well. I still got to think at some point they're going to respond here. This game is a toss-up, so taking the 7.5, I feel comfortable the game's going to be close. So I'll take the Texans. That's pick number 3. By the way, 2 teams with a bye this week. Washington and Carolina. Washington 2-1, nice win against Green Bay. Carolina 2-1, nice win against Cincinnati. Those 2 teams have a bye. Pick number 4. Pick number 4. I'll be all right. Let's go down to Atlanta, where the Atlanta Falcons are -5.5 against the Cincinnati Bengals. I'll tell you, Atlanta, what is the deal? Atlanta 1-2, lost to New Orleans. Drew Brees was amazing in this game. Atlanta had no answers. Brees completed every pass, and Atlanta again finds a way to lose a game. They let Drew Brees march right down the field for the game-winning score. What is the deal with the Falcons? Oh my goodness, they just cannot find ways to win these big games. They lose the Super Bowl a couple years ago. They lose to the Eagles last year. They lose to the Eagles week 1. They lose to the Saints here. My goodness, the Falcons have to do better than this. This is a win-now team, Atlanta. 1-2 is not good enough. Not good enough. Not good enough. Cincinnati, 2-1, lost to Carolina. A.J. Green looks like he will play. Again, I might be a glutton for punishment, just like the Texans. I have to think Atlanta's going to respond here. Move the line to pick them in a teaser. I think the Falcons will win this game. I don't know how good Cincinnati is. I really don't. I said that last week. I don't know how good they are. Dalton had 4 picks last week. Not sure. They couldn't stop the run at all. Carolina ran all over the Bengals. I have to think the Falcons are going to respond here at home and win. I don't think they're going to lose 2 in a row at home, are they? I mean, I just don't think that's going to happen. I mean, Atlanta, get it together already. 1-2 is not good enough. It's not good enough. They should be better than this. Oh my goodness, but I'll take Atlanta. I'll go on them one more time at home. That's pick number 4. Pick number 5. Let's go with the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field. With the Green Bay Packers, a -10 against the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo, listen, let's give them credit. 1-2, went into Minnesota and destroyed the Vikings. They were awful in the first 2 weeks. The Bills looked like one of the worst teams in NFL history. Give them credit. They were prepared to play, which is more than I can say for the Vikings. And they went in and stomped all over Minnesota. Give them credit. 1-2. I still don't think they're all that great. They looked good last week. Green Bay 1-1. Lost to Washington. Of course, we had another, late hit on Matthews. I didn't like that call at all. First 2 weeks, I could see them calling it on Matthews. This week, no. They're getting really carried away with the roughing the quarterback and landing on him. Listen, we know if you take the guy and drive him into the ground, it's a penalty. But if you are tackling him, you have to fall somewhere. I mean, what do they want these guys to do? They're tackling them, and then as they go on the ground, we're supposed to jump off of them? And then a guy like Roethlisberger, you do that, and he gets out of it, and he throws a touchdown. That call on Matthews this week was not good. The first 2 weeks I could see, not this one. I got to move the line to 4 and take Green Bay. Buffalo's got to show me they can do this 2 weeks on the road. Green Bay coming off a loss at Lambeau, I got to think they're going to respond and beat the Bills. I really do. So I'll move the line to 4 and feel comfortable that the Packers will take care of business. That's pick number 5. Pick number 6. Let's go down to the Big D in Dallas. Jerry's World. The Dallas Cowboys are -3 against the Detroit Lions. Detroit up to 1-2 just beat up New England. Beat up New England. I mean, they really did. They really had the better of the play in that game. Dallas. Ugh. 1-2, lost to Seattle. Let's be honest, and even Cowboy fans will admit this. Their offense stinks. Their offense stinks. They have no big playmakers. Key injury on the offensive line. Everyone's keying on the run. Even against the Giants, when they got off to the hot start, they fizzled out on offense in that game. The defense dominated that game. I think the Dallas defense can do some things, but you're putting an awful lot of pressure on your defense when your offense is this bad, and the Dallas offense stinks. They did diddly-poo, as Jim Mora would say. They do diddly-poo on offense. I'm going to move the line and take a shot with Detroit. Now, you know me. I don't love the Lions. They could burn you at any time. But if you're getting 9 points right off the bat against a team that can't score, you got to feel pretty confident. I'll take the Lions in a teaser +9. Dallas just does not show me any offensive punch. Even if they win the game, you got to figure it's going to be close. That's pick number 6. Pick number 7. Let's go down to Jacksonville. The Jacksonville Jaguars are -7.5 against the New York Jets. Jets 1-2, lost to Cleveland. We're winning the game. Then Mayfield came in, looked like Johnny Unitas. Jets lose. Like I said, the schedule makers didn't do them any favors. 3 games in 11 days. And they're playing a rookie quarterback. Jacksonville 2-1, lost at home to Tennessee. What a disappointment off the big New England game. You're home for Tennessee and you lose. I mean, Tennessee was starting their backup. Then Mariota came in. Jacksonville loses 9-6. That was not a good loss by Jacksonville. It was a nice win for Tennessee. We'll get to them in a second. Fournette, I think, will play this week. They said he was going to play last week. He did not. I would think he would play. This is an impossible spot for the New York Jets. Jacksonville's coming off a home loss. They are home again. Fournette is back. And here come the Jets and their rookie quarterback. The Jets are walking into the jungle here. And Jacksonville will beat them up. The Jacksonville defense will be angry this week. And they'll be all over gangrene. Not a good spot for the Jets. I love Jacksonville in a teaser -1.5. They will not lose to the Jets in their building coming off the loss 9-6 to Tennessee. I like Jacksonville in a big way, especially in the teaser. Not a good spot for the Jets. That's pick number 7. Pick number 8. Let's go to Chicago, Soldier Field, one of my favorite stadiums in all of the NFL, with the Chicago Bears on -2.5 against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Chicago 2-1, came back and beat Arizona. Didn't look all that good doing it, but found a way to get it done. Tampa Bay down to 2-1, lost to Pittsburgh, had a million mistakes, tried to rally late but fell short. Fitzpatrick, as we know, and I've told you this in the past, he can give you a game, he can give you a couple games, he's a good backup, but as a starter, he eventually goes boom. And he went boom against the Steelers with numerous turnovers. To me, I guess they're still going to go with Fitzpatrick. I think Winston is back off suspension. I would go to Winston. He's your starting quarterback. He's the better player. And Fitzpatrick showed that he is ready to take a seat. I don't know why you continue to play Fitzpatrick here. I just do not know why. He blew up against Pittsburgh. Go back to Winston. He's going to be your starting quarterback anyway. If Fitzpatrick had this amazing game against the Steelers, I could see staying with him. He did not. Go to Winston. From what I hear, leaning Fitzpatrick, I got to like the Bears at home and their ferocious defense to be all over Fitzpatrick, as I think Fitzpatrick goes boom again. I like the Bears and their defense. They'll be all over Ryan Fitzpatrick. Chicago, and by the way, on a side note, and I should have brought this up last week, the Bears were on Monday Night Football last week, and at the halftime break, Urlacher was having a little ceremony with his Hall of Fame ring. You think the networks would show you that? It's football related. We're football fans, right? We want to see football stuff, especially for, stuff with the great players like an Urlacher. No, they don't do that. Susie Colbert introduces another musical act. We're not going to show you Urlacher's ceremony. We're going to go to Chico and the Weekos for some musical act. What in the world is that all about? Why do they jam this stuff down your throat all the time? We are football fans. We are genuine football fans. I don't want to see Chico and the Weeko at halftime in a Monday Night Football game. I want to see the Urlacher ceremony. That's football related. I don't want to see a musical act. It's bad enough they stuff that stuff down your throat for the Super Bowl for all the people that parachuted and are not football fans during the year. But Monday night is for the hardcore fans. I wanted to see the Urlacher ceremony. Instead, Susie Colbert with that grin, that fake, disingenuous grin. And here's Chico and the Weeko with a musical act for you. We don't care. We don't need to see Chico and the Weekos at halftime in the Monday Night Football game, Susie! And Susie Colbert would introduce a pet rock if they were paying her. With that fake, disingenuous smile. And I don't want to hear everyone saying, oh, Susie's so cute. I don't want to hear it. Guys think everybody's cute. Men think everybody's hot. This one's hot, this one's hot. They even think Amy Schumer's hot. All the chubby chasers think even Amy Schumer's good looking. So I don't want to hear how Susie Cobra's so cute. So we get it. Men love everybody. Men love everything. Unless it's crawling up a tree, a man is going to think a woman is hot no matter who she is. I've heard people tell me Ellen DeGeneres is good looking. She's not. Unbelievable that at halftime of the Monday Night Football game, I have to watch Chico and the Weekos, some musical carnival act, instead of Urlacher's ceremony. We are football fans. This is not MTV. Anyway, I like the Bears. That's pick number 8. Pick number 9. Let's go down to Nashville, Tennessee, where the Philadelphia Eagles are -4 against the Tennessee Titans. Eagles 2-1. Hung on and beat Indianapolis with Wentz. Tennessee, I got to start giving them some credit. They're 2-1. Went on the road and beat Jacksonville. Mariota did not start, but he came in the game. This is what I say about Tennessee, and I've said this the last couple years. They are a tough-minded team. I'm not saying they're the best team. They have a lot of grit and guts, and they've been showing it. They are now 2-1. I have to start giving Tennessee some credit. And Mariota's been banged up. They are a gritty, gutty team, Tennessee. They really are. I'm going to move the line to 10 and take Tennessee at home. Mariota will play. The Eagles haven't been blowing anybody out. Game could go either way, but Tennessee has shown me enough that they're going to at least hang in the game. They are gritty. They are gutty. This should be a close game. I'll take the Titans in a teaser plus 10. That's pick number 9. Pick number 10. Here comes a doozer of a game. The Seattle Seahawks -3 at the Arizona Cardinals in the desert. Seattle did get a win. They're 1-2. Beat Dallas. Looked better against the Cowboys. Arizona 0-3. Lost to Chicago. They were winning a lot of this game. And now Rosen, the rookie quarterback, is starting. Oh, God. As much as I don't like Seattle on the road, and as much as Seattle is rebuilding, Arizona, I can't trust them with a rookie quarterback. I can't do it. I have to like Seattle here. It's not one of my favorite games, but I have to think the Hawks, off a win, up against a rookie quarterback, Pete Carroll's going to find a way to get the job done here. I like Seattle. Let's pick number 10. Pick number 11. Let's go to the black hole in Oakland. The Grim Reaper. Darth Vader. Chucky. With the Oakland Raiders are -2.5 against the Cleveland Browns. Browns 1-1-1. Beat the Jets. Mayfield looked like Johnny Unitas when he came in that game. He looked unbelievable. See if he can keep it up. Cleveland's very improved this year. Much improved. Oakland, oh boy, what a start for Gruden. They let Mac go. They're 0-3. Lose to Miami. They've been winning all 3 of these games at some point. Can't find a way to close the deal. Now they come home to the black hole. Normally, this was the last few years, I jump all over Oakland here. I don't trust them. To me, you move the line to 8.5 and you take Cleveland. Cleveland looks like they're more together right now. They had a long week to prepare. Listen, if you said Oakland's going to win, I can't argue with you. As a matter of fact, if you asked me to pick the game, who's going to win straight up, I probably would still go with Oakland. I mean, I probably still would. Gruden's got to get a win sometime. But in a teaser, 8.5 is looking real good with the Browns right now, the way the Raiders have played. And the Browns have been improved. The Browns have been in every game this year. They really have. And I still don't trust the Browns, especially on the road, and this would not be one of my favorite picks. But 8.5 is looking mighty tempting in a teaser, the way the Raiders have played the first 3 weeks. That would be pick number 11. Number 12, let's go back out to Los Angeles, the StubHub Center, where hopefully some Charger fans will show up, if there are any out there. Where the LA Chargers are -10 against the San Francisco 49ers. Chargers 1-2 lost to the Rams. Niners 1-2, lost to Kansas City, lost Garoppolo for the year. What a disaster on just such a silly play, too. He was going out of bounds, looked like he tried to cut it back up, tears his knee. Niners had such high hopes this year. Garoppolo has some mojo. Now you lose your quarterback for the whole year. It's a major setback. To me, I move the line to 4 and take the Chargers. The Niners, the backup quarterback, I don't know what I'm getting. I have to think the Chargers are going to win this game. I really do. I know the Chargers can mess up any game. I have to think this is a winnable game for them. I think they can cover the 4. I'll take the Chargers there. It's pick number 12. Pick number 13. Let's go to the Meadowlands in New Jersey, where the New Orleans Saints. Who dat? I said, who dat? With the New Orleans Saints are -3.5 against the New York Football Giants. The Meadowlands in New Jersey, not too far from here, by the way. The Giants responded, got a win, went on the road and beat the Texans. Giants up to 1-2. Beckham had a good game. Giants did some things offensively. I got on Eli last week. He played well. Giants responded. New Orleans 2-1 had a really nice win in Atlanta. Drew Brees played an amazing game. He was awesome. Drew Brees is some quarterback. He really is some quarterback. To me, I'm going to move the line to 9.5 and take the Giants in the home field, thinking this game is going to be close. I mean, you know how much I love doing that. I get the Giants at home and 9.5. New Orleans back-to-back road games. Do I think New Orleans is going to blow out the Giants in New York? No, I don't think that's going to happen. Game again could go either way. You just don't know. I'll take the Giants at 9.5 in a teaser. That's pick number 13. Pick number 14. Let's go to Steel City in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Steelers are -3 against the Baltimore Ravens in this classic rivalry. Baltimore up to 2-1. Beat Denver. I had a feeling Denver was due for a loss. Pittsburgh 1-1, held on and beat Tampa Bay. Like I said last week, the Steelers are going to score their points with or without Bell. Defense is going to kill them. The Steelers, it's amazing. The Steelers had caused 1 million turnovers in this game, ran one back for a touchdown, hung on and won. Hung on and won. Any good passing team is going to carve up Pittsburgh, and it's really shocking. The Steelers have drafted in the secondary, they've added people to the secondary, and they continually get carved up in the secondary. Shazier being out is a huge loss, I know that. Steeler defense, I said it last week, the writing's on the wall. Steeler defense will come back to bite them. They'll win their games, they might make the playoffs. They cannot do bigger and better things with this defense. Can't do it. 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 Writing's on the wall. It's been on the wall. The Steelers have been an offensive team the last few years. Can't do it on defense, and the Shazier loss is huge. You can't replace him. Can't replace him. Can't replace him. This rivalry is always close. The games are always close. Very, very rarely it'll be a blowout. I'm not saying it's never a blowout. 9 out of 10 times these teams play a battle that goes right down to the end. So having said that, I will take the Ravens and move the line to 9 and feel very comfortable that way. This will be a close game. These teams know each other very well. It's one of the best rivalries in the NFL. They get after each other. And like I said, the games are always close. They're historically always close. So you get 9 in this rivalry, you have to feel comfortable with the Ravens. And finally, the last pick, pick number 15. Like I said, there's two teams with a bye this week. Let's go to the Mile High City in Denver, where the Kansas City Chiefs, the high-flying Chiefs, are -5 against the Denver Broncos. Denver down to 2-1, a loss to Baltimore. Kansas City up to 3-0, beat the Niners, and this Mahomes is something else. Now listen, I know he's going to hit a rough patch eventually, and he can't do this every week. The guy can play. He's going to be a superstar. The guy throws an absolute laser beam of a pass. He can make all the passes. He's amazing. The Chiefs did a great job picking him and getting rid of Alex Smith. They have a quarterback now for the next decade. The Chiefs will be a contender with this quarterback for the next decade. And now, because he's such a young player, you can add to your defense. The Chiefs should spend all their money on their defense, build up the defense, because the offense is going to be really, really good. This is another division rivalry game. Games are usually close. I'm going to move the line to 11 and take Denver. Denver, the fans are going to be wild for this game. I mean wild. Denver very rarely gets blown out at home. Listen, the Chiefs can definitely win this game, no doubt about it. But I feel comfortable if I'm going to take this game, taking Denver with 11 at home. I think the crowd is going to be wild. I'm waiting for Mahomes to make a mistake on the road. Is he going to make... This could be the week where at least he makes one mistake. And Denver, is in the game. I think it's going to be close. It's a division game. It's a rivalry game. Getting 5 points in this rivalry with the home field, and now I can move it to 11. I got to like that. I really do. And that's not an insult to Kansas City. But I think this game is going to be close. I think the fans are going to be wild for this game. So I'll take a chance there with Denver plus 11 to keep it close in a teaser. So there you go. There are your picks for week number 4 in the NFL. I haven't done a lot of college football lately, but there's 2 big games this week. Notre Dame hosting Stanford. Both teams undefeated. Stanford had an improbable win at Oregon last week. Oregon just absolutely let that game slip away. That was a terrible loss for Oregon. Notre Dame, Stanford, usually a close game. And then the big game this week where college game day is Ohio State at Penn State. Ohio State 4-point favorite on the road. No Bosa. He's hurt for Ohio State. Whiteout at Penn State. That's one of the toughest places to play in all of college football, especially at night. I'm going to go with the upset there, the outright upset. I think Penn State beats them. Penn State had them beat last year. Ohio State rallied for the win. I think without Bosa, Ohio State on the road, whiteout at Penn State, I think there's going to be a storming of the field at the end of this game. I think Penn State upsets Ohio State and the fans rush the field. That's a must-watch game in college football. I know I haven't done a lot of college football. I'll get to more of it as the weeks roll on. But there you go. You guys are all caught up. You guys are all set for your Week 4 NFL. You guys stay happy, healthy, and safe. Pick a lot of winners, make a lot of money. Thanks as always for the support. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are some of the loyalest fans ever. Thanks for being loyal to me from day one. I keep getting more subscribers, more views. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Don't ever forget it. Pick a lot of winners, make a lot of money. I'll talk to you guys Tuesday. Take care.